Welcome to town. Everything is so strange here, but I think I'm getting used to it.
A rogue journalist. That's something I can get behind.
You seem cool. I don't want you getting eaten or something.
Can't wait to read about it in the weekly.
Season 2, Episode 3, En route.
Hello, everyone. This is your captain speaking. You're probably all asleep back there, but just wanted to let you know we're about halfway through our trip, and we should be making it to Juneau with time to spare. Be sure to let our flight crew know if you need anything in the meantime, or just kick back and take a nap.
I wish. If I ever manage to sleep on a plane for longer than 45 minutes at a time, it'll be a miracle. Everyone else is out, though. At least I think they are. Francy's been dead asleep next to me since we started taxiing back in Philly, and Shia and Lizzie are sitting across from us, but I think they've both nodded off too. I don't want to wake anyone up, but there's only so much you can do on a plane, and I can't listen to any more podcasts about murder and betrayal and Dungeons and Dragons. I just need to think out loud for a minute. I feel like this is the first moment I've had a chance to breathe in 2 days. From the minute Roger called me on Halloween till today, we've all been on edge worrying about what's going on and what we should do about it. After Lizzie's vision last night, we all knew that someone had to go to Bluff. What her prophecy self had said sounded really bad and not to be ignored. And after exhausting every other way to contact them, it just made sense to send a scout. The question of who that would be was a bit more complicated. Shia just made sense. Their dad is in Bluff, they grew up there, they know the town and the area, and they had the right to know firsthand what was happening. Of course, Shia had no interest in facing whatever they might encounter alone, and it seemed like Prophecy Lizzie had suggested against it anyway, so they asked me. And then they asked Lizzie and Francy and Roger, but Roger decided he should stay and be our Water's Edge contact while we were gone. Francy was totally on board for a change of pace, but Lizzie originally turned down the invitation because she didn't think she could get off work for an unknown amount of time. But then yesterday, Lizzie may have quit her job? We're still not totally filled in on all the details. She was so angry when she called me that she could barely say anything past, "Get me a plane ticket, I'll pay you back." Good thing she's a fast packer and we found a red-eye out of Philly. And so, our little squad is headed to Bluff. Well, Juneau first. We're not sure how long we'll be staying or what we're gonna find, so I've got a, substitute editor-in-chief while I'm gone. Roger thought it was a good idea, but I'm really not sure. I left Juliet in charge of the paper? I don't know. I asked Roger to do it at first. Just a really basic version, a couple pages front to back, but he's got so much on his plate right now. And then I made a joke about finding a random kid off the street to handle it, and I saw the light bulb go off in Roger's head and knew I made a mistake. There was no convincing him otherwise, though. Once Roger's made up his mind, there's not much you can do to change it, so I let Juliet know she could try out her writing skills while I was gone. She has to run everything by me and Roger before publishing, of course, and we're reducing frequency to once every 2 weeks to give her more time to figure it all out. I'll still write a few things here and there, and I've got articles banked, so she'll just be writing 1 or 2 pieces every couple weeks and making the layout. I can't believe a 12-year-old is doing my job for me.
Well, let's hope she doesn't do it better than you, or Shia and I will be the only ones with jobs to go back to.
I thought you were asleep.
I was. It's a little tough when someone's talking to themselves next to you and you're sitting on the smallest airplane seat known to man.
Sorry.
No, don't worry about it. How are you holding up?
Fine. Tired and a little uncomfortable, but it's kind of nice to have some time where we just can't do anything, you know?
Yeah, nothing but stare out the window and eat tiny bags of peanuts. I'm worried, Av.
About Bluff?
Well, yeah, but also about Lizzie.
Yeah, me too. She hasn't said anything to you, has she?
Nothing except for calling her manager a lot of names I shouldn't repeat in public. She's had this job for years. I don't know what she's gonna do if she really quit.
Yeah, it sure seems like she did. She must have a backup plan or something, right?
I don't know. Lizzie's the kind of person who lives in the moment and doesn't like thinking about future stuff. Which...
That's extremely ironic.
Mm-hmm. I'm sure she has some savings put away to pay the bills and feed Ben while we're gone. But past that, I don't know. Hell, I don't even know if she has a high school degree. It's hard enough to find a job without a college degree. I should know that.
Yeah. I'm sure it'll work out. She'll figure out something.
I hope so. What time is it?
I have no idea. It feels like we're in the Twilight Zone with all the time zones we pass through.
My God, we are gonna be so jet-lagged in a few hours. Ugh.
All right, so we've gotten the rental car, ate some food, found a coffee shop. What's next?
I don't know. I think my brain still hasn't adjusted to the fact that we're actually in Juneau right now.
We need to make some sort of a plan. Should we go find a park to sit in or something?
I'm still waiting for my coffee, though. I think they had to make it a second time.
This is why I always tell you not to ask for fancy stuff.
Well, I'm a barista. I know what I like.
Of course you do.
There's an open table over there. Come on.
It's so strange to be back here.
Have you been to this place before?
Not this shop specifically. At least I don't think so. My dad and I used to take his boat up here every once in a while. The closest major town to Bluff is still really small, so if we needed something more specialty, we came here. Not that Juneau itself is very much of a city. I think most human towns back home have more residents than this place.
How big is Bluff?
About half the size of Water's Edge, give or take.
Wow, that's really tiny.
Yep. Guess I'm a small town water nymph.
So, how do we get there from here?
There's a car ferry we can take. Might be a little expensive and a little long, but it'll work. From there, we can drive.
We can't drive the whole way?
No, everything's islands here. There's a small bridge connecting Bluff to Petersburg.
Petersburg?
Yeah, it's the city on the larger island in the area. That's where the ferry drops off.
Huh. I didn't know they were that close.
You've heard of it?
You could say that. I was born there.
You were born in Alaska?
You never told us that.
I don't usually talk about it. I mean, my mom went into labor really early while they were on vacation out here and had some complications. She was supposed to have twins, but,
Oh.
Sorry, I didn't mean to bring the mood down. It's really not a big deal. So, Petersburg Ferry. Where do we catch that?
At the port area. We can probably get tickets online. Let me check.
Double shot mocha with raspberry and caramel syrup.
Ooh, that's mine.
Okay, there's a ferry that leaves at 12:30 today with enough space for us and the car.
What time is it now?
11:30.
We better get going then. How's that fancy drink?
Incredible. I have to ask them how they did this.
No time. We have a ferry to catch.
But what?
Whew, it's freezing out here. But it feels kind of nice. It's the kind of cold wind that makes your nose go numb and tickles your face like you just did a face mask. I like it. Water's Edge has gotten a little colder recently, but this is full-on winter weather. It reminds me of Philadelphia in January, when the snow would blanket the town and the ice coating the streets made it dangerous to drive. Ooh. I wouldn't say winter is my favorite season or anything, but it makes the warmer months more special. It feels like you've earned the spring blooms and summer heat after getting through a harsh winter. Alaska's also such a gorgeous place that I wanted to see it for a little while. There's an indoor area on the ferry with windows, of course, and limited heating. But sometimes it's nice to see the world without glass in front of you. It's weird to think that Mom and Dad were here 25 years ago. I wonder if they took the same ferry. I still don't know why they picked Alaska as the perfect vacation spot while Mom was pregnant. They have always been adventurers, though. I think I can see the appeal. It's so untouched out here. At least it seems that way. Who knows if it really is, but according to the maps I've seen and the scenery we've passed, there are huge stretches of these massive islands that are complete wilderness. There are towns and the occasional long and probably under-maintained roads here and there, but Juneau, Petersburg, and a couple others seem to be the biggest cities of the bunch. I grabbed a little flyer while we were waiting to board the ferry, and it mentioned some of the little towns. Pretty much all of them have 500 residents or less. It's crazy. I mean, sure, Water's Edge fits into that category, but we're a 5-minute bridge drive to the mainland where there's countless towns of 10,000 or more. Up here, your town is kind of it. Unless you hop a ferry or drive for hours, those are the only stores and people you can reach. It must be a very different life. And Mom and Dad always enjoyed discovering how other people lived. I didn't tell them I was coming up here. Maybe I should have, but I know they don't really like to talk about it much. I get it. Or I guess I don't, because I was never told I was having twins and lost one. But I respect that they prefer to distance themselves from the memory. Whew, geez, that took a detour into the depressing. Sorry, Dr. Julius. Hope I don't get you down while you're listening back to these. Guess it'll be a while until we have another session. Or we'll be back in a week and I won't have to postpone our next appointment. I really have no idea. We've been on the ferry about 3 hours so far, so we have 5 or so to go, I think. I didn't realize how far away Petersburg is from Juneau at first. You look at maps and see all these big islands scattered around this area, and it's hard to tell how big they really are. I mean, compared to the main islands, Bluff is so small that you can't even see it off the coast. I wonder if there's even a place for us to stay. I don't think Bluff is much of a tourist destination, and we're getting in pretty late as it is. Maybe we should find somewhere in Petersburg to...
Hello. Mind if I sit?
Oh, sure. Go ahead.
I'm sorry. Did I interrupt a phone call?
Oh, no. I was just making audio notes. I'm a reporter.
Oh, very cool.
Thanks. What brings you to the ferry?
Just picking up some stuff in Juneau. Hard to get big electronics and things in a small town like Petersburg. What about you? Do you live in Petersburg?
Oh, no. My friends and I are out of state. We're just visiting for a little...
Then who told you about Bluff? Because you shouldn't go there.
Why?
It's a dangerous place. Murder, crime, sketchy figures, cults, that kind of shit. Weird things happen in that town, and it's best that you and your friends have your fun in Petersburg and turn right back around. It's not a place for tourists.
We're not tourists. My friend grew up in Bluff.
Oh yeah, that's what they all say. And then some taxi driver comes back from Bluff saying that a group of stupid college kids said they'd be back in an hour, never showed, and we chalk up another few disappearances to Bluff's weirdness.
Okay, first of all, if you're being serious, someone should investigate that taxi driver, because that doesn't sound right. And second, we're not college kids.
Oh, don't tell me you're in high school.
I'm 25. But third, it doesn't matter how old we are or what rumors you want to spread, because Shia knows Bluff and knows that it's perfectly safe. So thanks for the ghost stories, but you can go peddle them to someone else.
Wait. Shia? Nikolai's kid? I thought she was living in Water's Edge.
They are.
Oh, sorry, non-binary, right? Nikolai told me about that.
How do you know Shia and Nikolai?
Sorry. I didn't know you guys were cryptids. I'm from Bluff. My name is Reese. It's nice to meet you, Avra.
Uh, you know my name?
Oh, yeah, I recognized you from the Water's Edge Weekly. You're the new EIC there. Everyone loves your work.
Thank you, but
Where's Shia? I'd love to meet Shia.
Yeah. I'll introduce you.
I don't think I like boats.
We should get you some motion sickness meds. I'm sure somebody has them on an 8-hour ferry ride.
Or some C-bands. Maybe I can just pinch your wrists.
Ow! I don't think that's how C-bands work.
Let me see if I can find some Dramamine. Oh, Av, there you are. Who's your friend?
Hey, Shia, I'm Reese.
Nice to meet you. I'm sorry, but do I know you?
Barely. I moved to Bluff a couple months before you went off to college. I know your dad pretty well, though. I've helped him out with yard work and odd jobs before. Cleaned the boat a few times.
You know my dad? Is he okay?
He's fine. Well, as fine as any of the residents can be right now. We've been dealing with some stuff lately.
That's why we're here. I'm Lizzie, by the way, and this is Francy.
Hi.
He's not good with boats.
Oh, I have some bands he could try. Here you go.
Thank you. You're a godsend.
Of course. So, you guys are here to help save the town?
Maybe. We got concerned when we hadn't received any newsletters or correspondence from you guys for a little while, and when Shia's father stopped answering their calls, we decided to use Lizzie's power of prophecy to see what was up. It told us you guys were in serious danger, so we had to do something.
I can't believe you guys actually came all this way.
I'm sorry. We overstepped, didn't we?
No, not at all. We need help, that's for sure. I don't know if you guys will be able to fix everything, but I know everyone will appreciate you coming. Sorry for spooking you before, Avra. Can't have any humans coming to Bluff, so we scare everybody away. It's actually a super nice, not murdery town. We just have some problems right now.
No worries.
No humans in this party, at least not while I'm here.
Have you gotten a chance to talk to Nikolai yet?
No, I can't get through to him.
You're gonna need a way to the island then. I can take you.
Oh, we have a rental car. We're all good.
I'm afraid that won't get you to the island, though. The bridge is impassable right now, so you need a boat. I can take you in mine. It's a small speedboat, but it'll fit us all.
What happened to the bridge?
How much do you guys know about what's happening in Bluff?
Not very much. My oracle prophecies don't like specifics.
Oh, you're an oracle? That's so cool! Our mayor is too!
Really?
She's a cool person. I'll have to introduce you. She's been under a lot of stress trying to deal with everything going on. It feels like the apocalypse is coming, and it's starting with Bluff. We've had 3 big earthquakes in the last 2 months, the first of which destroyed the bridge into town. And we don't have earthquakes, like, ever. Then there was a flood that ruined some houses, a few fires here and there from the quakes, and now it seems like the fishing that our town's economy relies on has dried up.
Are the fish sick or something?
No, there just aren't any. The fishermen that are still trying to work are coming up with empty nets, and those are the ones that decided to stay. A lot of folks have fled town, either because they have nowhere to stay or because they're afraid of what the next thing will be. I'm worried that Bluff is dying, and we're all just standing around watching because we don't know what to do.
Natural disasters and marine life populations sound like difficult problems for a few 20-somethings to fix.
Maybe, but if someone called you here, it must have been for a good reason. There's Bluff.
It looks dark.
Yeah, the last earthquake knocked out the power lines. Without the bridge to bring trucks over, we've been relying on generators and lanterns. That's why I was in Juneau. Got this big boy here for a few of my neighbors to use. Would one of you mind helping me get it into the boat?
Oh, I've got it.
Great, thanks, man. All right, the rest of you can hop on board while I get her started up.
You guys hear that?
Hear what?
It was like a growl or something.
Probably a bear or something. We've got a lot of those out here. Ah, there she goes. Let's get to Bluff, shall we? I'm exhausted.
So Reese, what do you do? You know, besides, like, helping Shia's dad out, I guess.
More of that, really. I've kind of become the errand boy for the older folks in town. A lot of them don't like to drive all the way to Petersburg and are definitely not interested in going all the way to Juneau, so I handle that sort of thing.
Sounds helpful.
I hope so. I'm just glad they keep me employed. This economy is all fish-based, and while I don't mind taking the boat out every once in a while, I don't think I could deal with the open water the way our fishermen do.
I understand. I remember some of the trips my dad took me on when I was younger, and one of the neighbors couldn't watch me. There were times you would be out in the middle of the water, and the only thing you could see in any direction was more water stretching to the horizon. We wouldn't even be in the ocean, just a bay between islands, but they were still so deep and expansive.
Wow, that's, terrifying.
A little. Fishermen find it soothing.
I'll never understand it.
So, there's a lot of sea life here?
Normally, yeah, all kinds of stuff.
Big stuff, too?
Oh, yeah. Not so much in this area, though. We're too close to the shore.
Then what is that?
Huh?
Oh my, ah!
What the hell was...
Oh my.
Get down and hold on to something.
What the hell is that thing?
An angry whale?
I don't think whales have green fins down their back.
Oh my... Is it a cryptid? I've never seen a cryptid like that before.
Hold on, guys. We're almost to the shore.
It's coming up fast. Any chance you could punch it, Reese?
This is as fast as she goes.
Avra!
Is it gone?
Looks like it.
Thank God. I don't think the engine on this thing would have kept up much longer. And here we are. Sorry for the scare. I've never seen anything like that before. I mean, I overheard a few people in town talking about some sea monster they saw, but I never thought... Oh no.
Earthquake.
What?
What do we do?
Get away from the water!
Oh. Welcome to Bluff.
Thanks for listening to Season 2 of Cryptid Cape, En route. The show is created and produced by me, Victoria Pereira. I also voice Avra.
The voice of Francy is Aubrey King.
The voice of Lizzie is Christina Rose Hargis.
The voice of Shia is Angelique Fustukjian.
Voice of Reese by Kyle Goss.
The voice of the airline pilot is Jim Pritchard.
The voice of the barista is Marie Fares.
Our theme song is Pink Night in Ohio by Ryan Anderson. The other songs used in this episode were Last Train to Mars by Dan Leibowitz, Nidra in the Sky with Eiler by Jesse Gallagher, Because for Everything There Is Someone by Patches, and They Can Feel You by Heinbach. Our story editor is Jennifer Wong. Our cover art was created by Christy Dupre. Be sure to subscribe to Cryptid Cape so you don't miss our next episode. We publish every 2 weeks. Also, be sure to follow us on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook at Cryptid Cape for some fun bonus content. Share this episode with friends or leave a review if you enjoyed it. It means the world. See you next time.